You ready?
So nervous.
We've never been on anything like this before.
Live from New York.
We're in LA.
I'm from LA.
Hi guys, it's Nate and Jeremiah. Back by popular demand, we were doing Facebook Lives all throughout the airing of the first season of Nate and Jeremiah by Design. We really liked it, and you guys really liked it, so we thought we're bringing it back, and we have a hashtag.
We do, which is NandJ Live.
Yeah.
So,
hashtag
NandJ Live.
Yeah, to be specific.
We really loved this platform and the idea that we got to connect with you guys, engage in what you're doing, design related, answer some questions, have some fun, continue the conversation of what Nate and Jeremiah by Design was all about. So we hope you enjoy
And bring you guys home with us.
Yeah.
It's
a little unnerving because these things, when I see them back, I realize like how gay I sound.
You do sound pretty gay.
Like, when you listen to your voice, like on an answering machine, you're like, do I sound like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Do
me.
you remember like the answering machines from the 80s and you'd like do your voicemail or your like outgoing message and have to redo it like 55 times because you're like, I don't sound like that.
Yeah, because then by the end, my answer...
I love you anyway.
My
even
message...
though you sound like that.
My message would be, hey guys, it's Jeremiah. I can't come to the phone.
Literally, they'd be like, I'm sorry, we accidentally called a linebacker from the 49ers.
My mom would be like, babe, do we have to talk about something?
Literally.
Yeah. So.
All right, let's start with the questions, don't you think? Let's do it.
Yeah.
A lot of you are joining us, which is awesome. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's start with the first one from Renee.
Okay.
So
Hi,
Renee asked, I started decorating my bedroom with blues. I was trying to go with a coastal look. It's been a huge miss. What are some hints to pull off this look?
Coastal Miss.
Here's what I would say about that.
That's a good name of a show.
Yeah, right? Stay tuned.
Yeah.
No, I think what the mistake that a lot of people make in decorating is that it's very easy to start with a theme instead of a feeling. And the difference between a theme and a feeling is that a theme when you're doing coastal is like, wow, a styrofoam starfish. I'm going to hang it on the wall, a mirror made out of rope.
Here's some seashells.
Yeah, nautical flags. And it's like, that's not the feeling you get at the coast. The feeling you get at the coast is...
relaxing.
Yeah, white candles and clear glass vases, putty, camel, mixed with some blues and ticking stripes and things like that. So the truth is, if it's a miss, Renee, you need to dig a little bit deeper. Google hotels and beautiful places and seaside homes. Take the ideas from people who have done it really, really well.
I also think when you're dealing with the idea of like a theme of coastal living, you really need to not take it literally.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take the colors and textures of the ocean and what it symbolizes and reinterpret it, because I think that's when it becomes a lot more interesting and actually translates better.
The best example of a theme versus a feeling is a beautiful old French painted chest that you could get online or anywhere, or you can paint your own, versus a fake Eiffel Tower.
Oh man, it's
Brutal. Next question.
So this one's from Serena. So Serena asks, how do you
Tennis
know...
player?
It's Serena Williams is joining
Serena
us
Williams,
tonight.
you're here?
We're very flattered.
Hey girl.
That you wanted to
You
have
look
breakfast
great.
with us.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
again,
she's not really here. Just so we're clear.
We don't know that. Maybe it is.
We do. It's not her. She's busy.
Serena's question is, I have a $700 million house in Florida next to a tennis camp,
Yeah.
and I don't know how to fill it. Are you guys available as designers?
Yep.
We're
I'm
ready. All right. And that is
All right,
the question,
sorry.
right?
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close. Very close. All right, so how do you know if something is too trendy?
Well, Nate personally hates trends. They really frustrate him. I have a different relationship with them. I think they're really interesting because it keeps a conversation going. It keeps people engaged, and the idea of really, bringing things in to help evolve your space. But you can definitely go too trendy. I've had some outfits that were way too trendy.
You've had some doozies.
Yeah.
Like there's some certain things in his closet that really need to be given to my mother.
Well, that's just hateful.
It's true.
I
would say
asymmetrical line.
it's a brutal shirt. I would say the reason to clarify why I hate trends is that I think trends are designed to make us feel bad about what we didn't buy last year or what we don't have, as opposed to allowing us to focus on what we really love and what we really want to live with. And so I would say when something is too trendy, I think it's important to be aware of different feelings happening in design and different things, but when it makes you uncomfortable by making you feel like you should do something, that's when it's too trendy.
I like a trend sprinkled in. I like a nice vase that's metallic. I like, the opportunity to add some personality to make you kind of feel like you're a part of what's currently happening.
Tucker,
but when it comes to big pieces, when it comes to things that actually matter and have to last, I think you have to keep it timeless. Everybody needs like a good, navy suit or a good black dress. Like that's the way you have to approach design. You need a nice sofa that can transition with you for years.
Exactly. And
and a nice dog.
And a nice dog named Tucker. Hi, Tuck. No, stay.
He doesn't
Okay.
want to.
What's the next question?
All right, this one's from Holly A.
Mm-hmm.
She said, attempting to redo my kitchen. Is it essential when having an island to have seating around it? Or would you forego it to make some extra cabinetry against the walls?
I mean, I don't believe in any rules when it comes to anything design related. I think it's always about really what, suiting your home to your family and your life. If you're in a small space and you need more storage, then don't sit at the island.
Yeah.
And it's really for us, we really believe that it's about kind of the moments that you're going to create for your family. For us, we had this fantasy, and I've always had this fantasy of cooking at the island and everybody pulling up a bar stool and those mornings there. So that's important for us, but I know a lot of people that could care less about having their kids at the bar and want storage.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, I did an article with the New York Times, which is, you can find it online, about freestanding islands, because it's also less of a commitment to buy a piece of furniture that sits in the middle of your kitchen. If you ever want to build in something and you don't have plumbing or you don't have electrical in the middle of the room, you can get a piece of furniture and put it there. There's so many companies out there right now, but look at that article online at the New York Times. It was fun for me to kind of search for different pieces that were really good looking, and some are very affordable and some are expensive, but at least it's a source of inspiration and ideas.
Great.
Next.
I think we should do the next one. So this one's from Sue.
Okay.
Hey, Sue.
What's
It
up,
says,
Sue?
I'm about to paint one wall in my living room navy blue, but my other walls are khaki with a white trim. How do you feel about this color combo?
I love the color combination. I wear that like every day, like
He
blue
does.
and navy. I really, and
He's got like
whatever.
two colors he likes. It's navy and khaki.
And black. But I would say, and gray and brown. But I would say, I don't like an accent wall. Like to me, it shows like it's like a bad date. Like it shows a lack of commitment. Like if you love a color, just do it in the whole room. Yes.
I mean, I get that.
Incorporate navy in your pillows or in your window treatments or roller shades or something. I don't like an accent wall.
Wow, babe.
I don't.
Poor Sue.
Well,
She's
no,
just
I'm
trying to
not
live.
poor Sue. I love the color combination. I just think there's other ways to use those three colors in a beautiful way. And by the way, that's a coastal vibe, not a coastal theme. Those are the colors we're talking about.
Sue, I like your blue. I'm into it.
You would like an accent wall, a navy accent wall?
Here's
Tell
the
the
thing.
truth. Don't lead Sue down a path.
The path has already been walked down. I like it. I mean, I think, I'm always for going big and bold. But, I mean, if the story is translated, if there's like navy furniture that's in the room that kind of coordinates to the wall, as long as it's not just like your only opportunity for personality, there's got to be a continuity to your space, then I'm always interested in that. We did that episode on NandJbyDesign where we really did all of these crazy colors, and I have a different appreciation for them now. But I agree with Nate. I'm always going to be the person that, like, at the end of the day, I say go big or go home.
And blue and white, navy and white ticking stripe. That's what you should add. That's much more elegant, I think. Next.
Great. All right, this one's from Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
She says, how do I make my 375 square foot L-shaped New York studio apartment not look like a hotel room? How do I define the space beyond just using rugs?
Curtains.
Or put the bed against the wall and treat it like a day bed. Pile the pillows against the wall so that you have, and collect really great pillows. Get on Etsy, get on, some different sites, free trade, things made by women, weaving, all that stuff.
I think you have to get really creative with the spatial layout. One thing that I've done in a studio similar to that is I bought a high headboard that was wide. I floated it in the middle of the room, and on the other side I've kind of used it as a retaining wall, so you're not staring at the bed when you walk into the room, and it's an opportunity. You can either hang art, you can put a desk up against it with two lamps. It really kind of separates the space. You're not staring at a
cool
bed
idea.
in a studio.
Yeah.
But there's really interesting ways. to play with a small space like that. And my biggest tip would be not to push every single thing against the wall because it ends up feeling this big.
And
float some furniture.
My biggest tip would be don't buy small scaled furniture. The mistake that people make in under 400 square feet is that they buy like an apartment size sofa and then two tiny little chairs. And the truth is that no one's really comfortable. I'd rather have one chair that's, maybe a slightly smaller scale and a normal size sofa, because you want it to be comfortable. You don't want to feel like you have all these tiny little pieces because you're living in a small space. So less is definitely more, and normal scale is much more usable and comfortable than sort of, hey, these studio furniture solutions. It's like, just buy a real sofa.
Small chairs stress me out.
They do.
It's just like, I don't get it. Like, what
Really?
are you going to do in them?
What do you mean?
Like small chairs?
Well, not like tiny chairs, not like lily put.
I know, but like, I don't want a small chair, and I'm not a large man. But like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you do in a small chair? Like, I want a regular, like a normal chair.
In a small chair right now.
No, these are nice.
Okay. Next.
Okay, so this is the last question, and it's from Janice. It says, my house is all neutral cream colors.
I love you, Janice.
What is a good color for a small bathroom that is not bland like the rest of my house?
Like the gray-green family is really handsome with all neutrals.
Or an emerald, like a deep emerald green that almost reads like
British
a black.
racing green.
Yeah,
almost
I mean,
black
that could
is
be really
handsome.
pretty. Again, like a deep navy with that palette is pretty. It's hard to know without the rest of your space. Something else that could be really pretty in there is just by painting really thin ticking stripe on the walls in the black with the cream.
Or the browns, like if you went really dark. I don't mind a dark bathroom with white fixtures.
Like a bronze,
a
deep bronze.
like a deep bronze or a coffee color. I think is really, really good looking. I would go bolder. If you want it to be exciting, but it doesn't mean it has to be, red.
Don't do red.
Next.
Please.
That's it.
Yeah.
Those are our questions for
That's
today.
it?
Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
This
Thanks
is
for
so
coming
much
home with
fun.
us in the morning. Hashtag
NandJ.
live. We're live.
You guys
It's
follow.
alive.
Yeah, and then please tweet us and message us your questions. We read all of it, and we're really excited. And again, we're super appreciative for you guys tuning in and for being part of the conversation.
Yep, and follow our social media channels so that you can find out when we're coming back.
Dun, dun,
Instagram,
dun.
Facebook.